Hey everybody, welcome to AP Statistics. I am Mr. Gratz. I'll be your teacher this year. I'm going to talk a little bit, just who I am. For those that don't know me, kind of things I like to do, and we'll get into a little bit of an introduction about what AP Stats is, and how to navigate the It's Learning page. So, start with, I'm obviously Mr. Gratz. I'm taught here. This is my 15th year teaching math at East. I've taught just about everything from pre-algebra up to AP Calculus. So I currently teach Algebra 2, AP Stats, and ACT Finite. So it's kind of going around this stuff here. I went to DePaul University. I majored in mathematics there. I played football and baseball there as well. I'm the head baseball coach here at East. I always lose track of the years. I think it's been about 10, 11 years now I've been the head coach here. So my family there, a lot of you probably know my wife or may know my wife. She teaches health here. A lot of you probably had her. I have two kids, Morgan and Michael. Morgan, my daughter, is going to be a second grader at Smith Elementary. Then Michael just turned 5. He has one more year of preschool before he starts kindergarten next year. So as you can see there, I'm a Cubs fan and also Ohio State football fan. Also, as you can see, like 80s and 90s music, it's obviously the best decade for music. Their best 2 decades, not 1 decade. I come from a musical household a little bit. My dad plays the organ at First Lutheran Church here in Columbus now. My sister is the principal cellist in the Tucson Symphony out in Arizona. So that's kind of a classical music background a little bit as well. So my hobbies, biggest hobby I like to, as you can see down here, the Food Network. I like to cook pretty much everything. Any different cuisine, I like to try it. Try my hand at cooking different dishes. So that would be what I would say is my hobby when I actually do have some free time outside of school, coaching, and playing with the kids. So anyway, that's enough about me for now. Feel free to ask me any questions as you have them. I want to go in and talk about a little bit about what AP Stats is and then how to navigate the course. So when you get onto It's Learning and you go to the AP Stats page, you'll see this part over here may not be up. If you click resources, that all is there. There's also a little drop down here in the corner where you can make it go out or back in. This video I'm making will actually be right here. Basically, everything we're going to do is going to go through the plans section, which you click right there. I'll show you this in a minute. There's also a link to it there and down there. So many ways to get there. So hopefully you guys can handle that. Questions when you have them throughout the year, outside of class at least, obviously ask me if you're in class, but for the bridge students, if we go to e-learning, whatever, It's Learning messages, I get them on my phone like text messages. I would strongly suggest downloading the It's Learning app so you can do that. It makes it way easier. You can also email me. There's my email there. I'm usually pretty quick to respond back to those as well. So that's how to contact me. Obviously, there's other information. This is the same for all the other classes. We'll go into the plans here briefly, kind of show you what that'll look like if you've never used the plans before. So basically, I have 2 dates on here. This is kind of from like the day before class to class. And then kind of what we're doing. And then these are all the topics that we'll be doing on a particular day. And then you can go down as we get into each chapter. In the resources, we'll have a survey for you guys to do, kind of to help me get to know you a little bit. Basically, and also to kind of collect some data just that we'll use throughout the year. Over here, I'm going to have videos for you that I'm going to make, but this is a link that has extra videos for every topic we cover in stats. A very helpful link there. Then there's a link to the ebook, which we'll get access to. I think probably the second week of school. And we'll go through, I'll have a screencastify on how to get onto the ebook and how to do all of that. So last thing I just want to talk about, what is AP Stats? So essentially, AP Stats, we're going to learn how to responsibly collect data and then how to analyze data. That's, in a nutshell, what AP Stats is. There's, data, statistics, it's everywhere, more and more every year. When I talk about it, it's more and more prevalent, especially with all the coronavirus information out there. There's so much data, some good, some bad. My goal for the course, number one, is to help you guys recognize good and bad data when it's, if it's not been collected well, or not been analyzed correctly. I want you guys to be able to question those things. That's, I think, the most important part of this course. And the other, obviously, it's AP statistics. The other part, if you're in this class, your goal should be to pass the AP exam with at least a 3, if not a 4 or a 5. I think anybody can do that if they're willing to put the work in. It's not a class where you have to be super proficient at a lot of different math skills. There's really not that much actual math involved in this. It's more the how you can talk about the data, and that's the important part. And we'll learn ways, and it's a lot of attention to detail and how we talk about it correctly. That's kind of what we'll do as we go through the year. So if you weren't a great math student, not a big deal, as long as you're willing to work. That's kind of what AP Stats is. Throughout the class, I'll talk about this a little bit. It's going to be kind of a flipped classroom. In that, I mean, each chapter, I'll have video notes that you'll be able to watch and take your own notes on. I'll have like PowerPoint slides for you if you want to look at them that way, and write on those if you want to print those off and whatnot. The main reason I want to do the flipped model, well, for 2 reasons. For one, I think it's really beneficial for those of us that, and me included, I was this way, that have trouble keeping up with notes sometimes. Or maybe you're not the best either you can't write quick enough, or your mind wanders easily. So if you have a video of me going through a lecture notes and whatnot, you can pause, rewind if you didn't catch something, and or if you didn't have time to write it down, you can kind of go at your own pace there. And then in class, what we'll do is different activities that are generally pretty enjoyable, that'll be applicable to your lives. And then the homework that we'll do is really going to be in-class stuff where you can ask questions and we can go over things together to really help your understanding of the material. So the other reason a flipped classroom is inevitably people are going to be probably at home throughout the year, whether you're have to stay home because you have symptoms, or you test positive, family member, something, or maybe when I'm gone, because I have a wife here, I have 2 kids at 2 different schools, so probably going to be a pretty good chance that I'm going to be out some throughout the year for different reasons, that I wouldn't normally be in a normal year. So I think this will really help keep that seamless. And also, if we ever go to full e-learning, it'll make the transition a little bit easier. So anyway, that is kind of an introduction to what AP Stats is, how the year will go. So feel free, send me any messages you have, any questions you have. Like I said, either on email or on the It's Learning messaging app. Either way, I get it, and I will do my best to respond as quickly as possible. So looking forward to a great year.